There's a source out there that I found that has recently informed me that Conor McGregor is in talks with Jake Paul's camp to set up
Of
a
course,
potential fight.
you have a source. You're breaking news.
Breaking news, not really. Someone else broke it, but there is talks. And along with that, Josh, KSI has been training for boxing.
Ooh.
True Jordy talked about it on the podcast. He said he's been training for the last couple months in secret, hasn't said anything, right? We haven't really heard about it. And according to True Jordy, JJ's getting some good fucking work in, like some world-class guys. He couldn't say names, but he said these guys were legit fucking dudes. Top of the top.
All this is fun right now, my man. All this is so fun.
And along with that, that source that got in contact with JJ's camp, and the camp said that they're in talks with Jake, as well as that source tried to contact JJ, and JJ was not able to contact JJ and ask him directly if this is all true.
Okay, all right. So
yeah, I just broke that out there for you, Josh. So there you go. Now this just got real juicy, didn't it? Got real juicy.
Well, let's go and let's dive into this real quickly, okay? So I think the most likely. Okay, let's go path, right? So I think next up, regardless, is Dylan Dennis, because that's the easiest fight he can take, most likely because of the Bellator connection, and Scott Coker will let it happen.
And he has a good chance.
Dylan Dennis, not the greatest striker. I think that's the most likely next. I think I'd give that like a 90% chance of happening.
Yeah, it'll be
just by virtue of Conor fight's not there yet. KSI still just getting into training, so on and so forth, right?
And he has to be prepared because he's not fighting. Yeah,
of course. That I think after that, it's all up in the air. Because I think KSI makes a lot of sense, but will he be ready by then? And will Jake want a big league and be like, oh, I've been beating up MMA guys, I don't want to do that. But at the same time, the money I'm sure will be there.
Oh yeah, the money will be there.
But then, what if he wants to fight Conor next because Conor the dance connection, or does he want to fight Floyd next because Floyd just killed his brother in the ring?
Yep.
Apollo Creed style.
Or Logan just killed Floyd in the ring.
So then they're gonna have Logan versus Jake.
Dude, they've talked about that. Have I mentioned that? Have I mentioned that on the podcast?
I don't think so, but I've heard Logan wants it. Jake doesn't. That's what I've heard.
Well, they talked about it on the show, and they're like, it's inevitable. It'll probably happen at some point.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Which, dude, I mean, that has hype on it, too, in and of itself. I mean, there's a lot of avenues with this shit, dude.
I think that's going to be the last fight for them, for those two.
Yeah, just close it out.
They have to end it on each other, right?
Dude, that's sick as fuck, dude. I can't deny it. That's pretty cool.
That's dope. I mean, Logan's obviously he's not as much into the boxing thing. I think he's only boxing again because Floyd.
And the money, bro. The money, dude. The money must be that good.
Huge. I mean, Jesus, man. We'll talk about that fight in a minute. Just was like, kind of like the weight stuff that's just got announced. But yeah, man, I think Jake, dude, so many different paths that he can go down. I picked Ben, but I was kind of rooting for Jake because I want to see the storyline keep on going, man. I honestly did.
Yep, I get it. So do I.
So, I mean, you broke news on the show. That's huge. Hardest working man in boxing media.
Dude, only if.